Happy New Year, guys. I know that I didn't really upload a video. I meant to do this exact video that I'm about to do in December and that just never happened. But basically, today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm just going to put on my normal makeup look. I really just have the one that I kind of use for pretty much everything. But I'm going over to lunch. So the first thing I'm doing is going in with this Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. So it's a really heavy concealer, but you can see that I have dark circles underneath my eyes, and all I do is dot it. And then the other thing I do that the Sephora employee told me about, she's like, if you really want to hide your dark circles, is to put it on top of your lids as well. So I also end up doing that. And then I go in with this brush just to kind of spread it a little bit more. I know it's smeary, but I'm about to go in with a makeup sponge and pat it all into place. I love this concealer. It's in shade Mocha. They have a lot of shades in this medium dark skin tone range, so it's really good for me because it was really difficult for me to find an exact concealer before. They just didn't have a shade that fit me so well. But when I went into Sephora, I asked her, I need a concealer that I can wear without foundation. I just want to only be able to wear the concealer, put it on and go, and I just need to hide these dark circles that I have, and that's kind of all I need this to do. And so she gave me a really heavy concealer that matches my skin tone perfectly and does exactly what I need it to do. The only thing is because I put it never really creases underneath my eyes, I don't have to worry about that, but since I put it over my eyes, on my eyelids, it will start creasing there occasionally. Usually when it's really hot. I feel like that could probably be fixed if I use something like setting spray. I just don't. I also put on eyeshadow on top of it, and that kind of prevents it from creasing a little bit more too. But yeah, I think you could probably solve that with setting spray. I just don't use setting spray. So that's pretty much all in at this point. I'll occasionally put it in other places around my face too if I just feel like, there's something I in particular want to cover up, like if I have any redness or something. But that's it. And you see it's kind of blended seamlessly into my skin. I don't have to worry about it. It's my favorite thing ever. So next I go in for my eyes. I have this Too Faced Bare It All bronzer that I use as a highlight and eyeshadow at the same time almost, because this is just a lot and I don't use this much highlight. But basically I just put a little bit on this brush and I'll put it on top of my eyelids. It'll just add a little bit of a shimmer to them. It's not so pigmented that it's going to fully cover them necessarily, but because they're kind of already changed color because of the concealer I put on, it kind of looks like I put on a little bit of eyeshadow. But it's mostly just golden shimmer at that point. So, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be the most pigmented eyeshadow, obviously. If I wanted that, I would wear real eyeshadow. But this is my quick, oh, this is multi-purpose and I can wear it and then be done kind of deal. And I usually just keep it within my eye. I don't go on top. So I just keep it up until the crease pretty much. And I don't go all the way to my eyelashes because I want to leave some space for the eyeliner that I'm going to do. Okay, I don't know if you can really see it. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it's very faint. And it looks really good in sunlight because obviously it's highlight, so it's gonna, or bronzer that I use as highlight, and it's gonna come across more in the sun. The reason I got a bronzer as a highlight is because when I went to the girl at Sephora, I was like, can I have a highlight that isn't so crazily highlight so I can wear it to work and stuff, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to go out. And this is what she suggested. Okay, not last, but next thing for eyes is my eyeliner. I use the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eye Blackest Black eyeliner. It's a pen eyeliner. I really like pen eyeliners, so I love this tip. It works so nicely. And this is actually a pretty dark black. I recently opened this too, and so it's even darker. But what I generally do when I'm putting on eyeliner, which I feel like is a pretty common thing to do, is just hug my lash line. So I just go as close to my lash line as possible. And I usually don't do a wing. If I'm for my normal look, sometimes I'll add a wing if I'm trying to do something extra special, but today it's just gonna be my normal look, and so that's just a straight line. And again, the only thing I do to achieve this is to hug my lash line. I just keep the pen as close to my lash line as possible. And there you have it. There's my eyeliner done. It's just, again, a very simple little bit. And the thing that's really going to tie it together is the mascara. So I have this Max Stack sample mascara I got when I bought my Bullet, but it's running out. And I bought the e.l.f. Lash Beats because I saw that this is a dupe of this. But honestly, when I put both one on one eye, one on the other eye, it's just the Max Stack formula is just so much more better, I guess. I mean, I knew that it wouldn't be like obviously the best dupe ever because it like this cost $28 and this cost and this cost $6, so clearly there was going to be a difference. Okay, I've decided to show you guys the difference. So on this eye I have the Max Stack, and on this eye I'm going to do the Lash Beats, and then we'll see the difference. Let's do the comparison. So on this eye I have the Max Stack, and on this eye I have the Lash Beats. Honestly, the Lash Beats is not bad at all. I don't even think it's probably a formula issue. I think it's like a brush. I think the brush on the Max Stack is just kind of heftier, and so it just like separates the lashes a lot more than the Lash Beats does. I really honestly don't even know if this is coming across on camera, so I'm gonna find out when I'm editing this if it's coming across, but hopefully you can see some sort of difference just so you can see what I'm talking about. And I just went over this eye with the Max Stack brush, and again, it just separated the lashes so much better, I think. Anyway, that's it for eyes. Moving on to the rest of my face. So the rest of my face really isn't that crazy. I really just put on blush after this because the concealer is kind of all I'm doing. I'm not doing foundation. For blush, I have this Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. I just picked this up from Target because I wanted a blush, and this looked kind of good. And honestly, I've been pretty happy with it. I basically put it on my top cheeks. I kind of put it where you would put highlights. So if you do, or like contour, so if you do like, that's kind of where I put it. So, and then I also bring it over the bridge of my nose. And then I'll either put on highlight like on top of the blush too to kind of like mellow it down. But this is just a powder blush, so it's going to fade pretty quickly anyway. If I were wearing a cream blush, I would definitely wear less, but this is going to fade with time and the wind and all that. But what I will do is I'll go back in with the Bare Doll bronzer and then just do a line down my nose, and it kind of breaks up the line of blush that I had put. And that's kind of it. I'll just go in with a normal chapstick and let that sit for a little bit, like 5 minutes or something, and then on top of that I will put on my MAC Bullet, and that will kind of complete the look. So I'll be right back when I've done that. Okay, I'm back. I put on the rest of my jewelry and everything, and the only thing left to do is to put on my MAC Bullet lipstick in shade Mara Cashmere. This is like the perfect not nude, but almost like neutral shade for brown skin tones, because real nudes don't look good on brown skin tones. They don't look like nude at all. And so this is kind of the most like just classy, elegant, neutral type lipstick, and I love it. So this is a matte lipstick, but because I had chapstick underneath and I didn't wait long enough for it to kind of dry out, it kind of looks a little bit more glossy. But if you were to not put on chapstick or wait for it to like kind of clear out more, it would look a lot more matte. I also have this Sephora branded clear lip gloss that I'll put on top sometimes to give it like darkens the shade a little bit too, and it gives a different effect. But today I think I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, this has been my normal makeup routine, get ready with me kind of deal. Happy New Year, everyone. I am totally ready to get back into making more consistent videos. Again, my goal is always just once a month, which honestly should not be that difficult. So hopefully I keep it up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.